What's up, peeps? Welcome to another video, which this one today, as you know from the title, is Chris Watts. Yes, let's look at what he wrote in his little writings. What more lies could he possibly tell us, the public, because we believe him? Yes, because he tells so much truth. We just want to hear some more. But to be quite honest with you, it's interesting listening to it or just, hearing it, just to see how far this man will go. And nothing ceases to amaze. So let's get right to it. You know what it is. Educational, self-help, and entertainment purposes for these videos. So guys, let's get right onto it. And yeah, let's begin with the fact that Chris will just continue to resent Shanaan. She has left the planet, and he still continues to blame that woman. Nothing that he says is a truth. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. You're going to find little bits of the truth mixed in with Chris's outright lies. Things that he wants us to hear and believe. Because these are feelings that he doesn't have. He doesn't have the feelings that we have. Because he is a sociopath. He doesn't have the feelings. So all he can do is go off of what he's learned from actual human beings. Because he is a low-level demon. But he's had, as I said before, he's had no reason to kill in the past. Not really. He's not really had much of a reason to kill. Not to say he's one of them ones that go around just killing. He's not that type. But if you get in his way, he will find a reason why you need to go. Why he needs to do what he's anticipating to do. He's trying to, in this whole thing, he's just trying to, as I said, find reasons that nobody else can. No, I rephrase that. Because there are people out there right now finding these same reasons that I've mentioned earlier to say, oh yeah, that's right. This is the reason why he acted like this. So there are people, I don't know if they've lost their minds. I don't know if they're just trolling. I don't know what it is. But there are people out there who seems to make excuses. That means there should be a lot of people dead right now. There should be a lot of people dead right now. Why? Because they're controlling, they're bossy, they're vain, they're a show-off. You might as well say that's half the population, if not more. There's a lot of people out there right now who have, like I said, those same attributes. So he's going to have every excuse, peeps. Every excuse under the sun. I don't know why he bothered to write this. It's not going to make no difference to how we think. There's nothing. Wow. Definitely just keep saying the same thing. And exactly, if he cared about his children, why are they dead? You got your children on your wall in the prison. You keep saying he lost them, as if he wasn't the one who actually put his hands around their neck or smothered them. He lost them. So all up to today, this man refuses to say, I murdered my family. For whatever reason, he just won't say it. He just keeps saying, I lost them. As if they just, they just got lost somewhere. Like I lost a purse or something. He just won't say it. But he's got so much to say about Shanaan. Which during your courting stage is when you should have got to know her. How long were they together? What, 6 years? I'm sure it was about 6 years. You have a child of 4, so you had 2 years. And if you knew, based on his writings, if you knew 2 years in, that you weren't getting on and it weren't going to work out, why did you have Bella? And she's what, 4? Why did you have that first child? So it don't make no sense. You had ample time to leave, escape, or even after Bella, you could have said, you know what, it's really ain't working for me. Let me get on about my business. But you chose to have another child. Chose to keep having a child, and then talks about, oh, well, the house was all her idea and everything was her. But yet that you speak about her obviously including you, because you were in charge of what? The exterior, the interior, whatever. You was in part, they say, oh, the exterior. You had hands in it. You had hands in it. I don't understand that. You had the hands in it. So many opportunities. And a bit about the parents, and maybe the dad didn't say much, but the mum had plenty to say. Cindy had plenty to say about Shanaan. Plenty. Like they were just innocent. Like Shanaan was just talking and nobody else was talking. No one else was talking. No one argued with no one. You didn't argue with Shanaan. Your parents didn't argue with Shanaan, but Shanaan was the one cussing or berating you guys. This man is sick. This man is absolutely out of his mind. I don't know why he bothered to write that letter, because all it is just more lies on top of more lies. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It makes no sense. Or I'm not, he'll be like, I'm not saying it as an excuse, but everything was Shanaan. She was controlling. She was bossy. And fair enough, she may have had some of these attributes. Like I said in my other video, many people, hundreds and thousands of people have these attributes. And the thing is, Chris is like a beta male to a certain extent, until you get, obviously, you get up his nose. Because, okay, he may come across very soft-spoken. He has that quietness about him. He may not even stand up for himself or say things straight away, but it soon does come, because according to the neighbor, he was very aggressive as well. There was two voices shouting back and forth. So he's kind of talking about, oh, you know, I sat by her bed, according to the information, some of what he wrote. Oh, I sat by the bed and just wait, you know, to keep the calm between me and her, to say basically she was the aggressor. So to try and calm her down, I sat by her bed and, you know, waited for her to go to sleep just to keep the peace. But yet your neighbor says that you were just as aggressive. You were shouting and screaming, probably even more than she was. So you can't believe anything that comes out of his mouth. He's got the lies mixed with the truth. Lies mixed with truth. Oh, my parents, you know, I just wanted to get along with everyone, to get along. And, you know, he's saying that she wanted to keep up the appearances. Do you know how many people do this? To try to, you know, who try to basically show things one way. Look at social media, and it might not be, you know, like as perfect as it looks. But then as a human being, common sense should tell you that people's lives are usually not the way it seems to appear anyway. Everyone's trying to put the best foot forward and trying to show the best likeness of how they're living. Look at social media. Flipping hell. Look at Instagram. What the hell? Do you know what I mean? So that's many people. There's nothing that he's saying that is showing, oh, anything abnormal, was being done or being said. Nothing. It was just a normal woman. And then he talks about the house, that he didn't want the house. Then you should have spoken up and said, no, I'm not going to have a house like this. It's not her fault that you just want to please, because you want to be this good guy that turned out to be the bad guy in the end. Excuse me. Do you know what I'm saying? You could have opened up your mouth. You should have said, that's not what I want. We got to compromise somewhere. Why don't we get something maybe more medium? You know what I'm saying? If that's how it went. Because I don't believe a lot of what he says. I think there's pieces of the truth mixed with a lot of lies. So yeah, it may be because she's one. She likes, obviously apparently she was building a house. She had the house built even before him, before they met and whatever. So I can see, yes, maybe she was the one who wanted to have the house built and, wanted all this stuff. And he probably was a little bit more modest. But then you should have said something. She can't read your mind, and she would never been able to do it without you at this stage. So you chose to go along with it. That's not her fault. That's you. And if you couldn't afford it, you should have said, oh, I was in a trap. Oh, you poor thing. You was in a trap. Acting like he's bitch made. Do you know what I'm saying? You should have got yourself together. You should have got yourself together. She is that type of woman. And she probably, if she can't, obviously being with someone who's more, but put it this way, usually beta males are attracted to women that are a lot more stronger minded, bossy, and more controlling, if you want to call it that. I just call it more assertive. Beta males are attracted to that. And I believe that he liked it. For the longest, I believe that Chris liked it. Chris was content with it. But then it became probably too much and began to kind of strangle him. Do you know what I'm saying? It became too much. And not even just that. I think he just got tired of the relationship. I think he just got tired of the relationship after a while. He didn't want it after a while. So even though all these things were going on, as he claims, out of his control, then you should have became a man and put your control in there. But you chose not to, according to you. Everything is Shanaan. Everything. Oh, but I'm not trying to make excuses, for what I did. But she was bossy. I'm not trying to make excuses for what she did, but she kept me away from my family. I'm not trying to make excuses for what she did, but she was trying to put my children against me. It's just stupid. It's just really stupid what he's saying. Oh, I had this darkness come over me. Well, obviously we know everything is energy. So okay, you took on the dark energy. But the dark energy was already attracted to you. You were somewhere low or at a point where that dark energy was able to attract to you. Dark energy can even attract to people that are good people. I'm not saying that's what he is, but I'm just saying that dark energy can attract to good people. You could be somebody who is like suffering, you've got a lot of issues. I'm not saying this happens to everybody, because some people don't come into contact with like other demonic entities because they're low. Some people just do for whatever reason. I remember the story of this boy. He in his situation, he blacked out, and I do believe it. He was shocked. He killed his grandparents, but before that, he was going through a lot of stuff. He was just downright low, and just going through a lot of stuff, and it was easy for other entities to jump on board, to get in there and start saying, well, start talking, which people like to call that schizo. But these are just entities that get in your head. Like, if you don't understand that we have a dark world and a light world, if we've got a higher power, there's going to be a lower power. Everything, there's an opposite to everything. There's an up, there's a down, there's an in, there's an out. You know what I'm saying? So we know there's a higher power, you should know, and there's a lower power. So if you're in a state of lowness and your life you're dealing with a lot of lowness, it's easy for something to creep in. If you notice something's creeping in, you need to do the work to get out of that. So anyway, it's a bit of a jumbled stuff. This stuff I'll be doing more on my website about the spiritual side of things. But with him, guys, if you're liking this, please just subscribe, get those thumbs up, and comment if you want to comment. So anyways, everything is just blaming this woman for everything, but nothing will excuse it. There's nothing you can say, nothing, unless this woman was trying to kill your ass. Unless she was trying to take you out, there is nothing that you can say that would make anyone think, you know what, I can see why he done that. Or if she was, even if she was beating your ass, even if she was beating your ass, you could have left. You could have left if she was there in there busting you up. You could have left. So there is nothing outside of you. Your life was threatened by her, was by she trying to do you something, like kill you, that can make. There's nothing. You're talking about like a large proportion of the population. She was bossy. She was controlling. What the hell? What kind of what? So what? So what? So what? You took her out because you didn't want to look like the bad guy by running away and leaving your children, and you didn't want to pay. Like that was said apparently in his little writings, that he was left with no money. If he leaves, he's still going to have to pay for a lot of things. He wouldn't be able to live, exactly, have his own flat, as he said, and all that kind of stuff. He wouldn't be able to live. You'll be leaving 3 children, 2 there, 1 on the way. Whereas she would probably be forced to downsize the house, but he'd still be paying a lot of money. He wouldn't be able to live properly. That's facts. So what better way? Have them disappear. So he's got a bag of excuses. So with Chris, he actually thinks that he should not be punished. He thinks that, because he feels now that he is this let's how to describe him. Describe him as this do-gooder now. He's a do-gooder. Remember, he's moved from the nice guy to the evil guy, and now he's a do-gooder. So what needs to happen, apparently, based on what he's saying, well, he's found Jesus, he's found God, he's reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? He's committed his crimes. So what should happen is he should be let out, because clearly that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get out, or trying to reduce that sentence, whatever. But it seems like he's trying to get out so he can come and help the world. Yes, the world needs Chris Watts to come and help them with their problems. Do you understand this, people? We need him. We need this low-level demon to be let out after killing his family, because we need his help. This man is he definitely is. He's just like, he's not even nuts. He's just completely like, I don't know, on some different planet. That's the only thing I can think, because he's just gone. The man that can't admit that he killed his family, but yet we need his help. Wow, I'm confused. I'm confused. Really confused. He says he knew beforehand, yeah. Excuse me, peeps. He knew beforehand that he was going to kill his family. So he didn't think that he would try and stop himself. He knew. He knew there was something dark in him. He knew this. He knew the darkness. He knew that he even said his conscious mind. So he wasn't even in any trance or in anything like that. His mind knew already he was going to do it. He was being prompted to do it from some kind of low-level evil demon, which happens all the time, peeps. But you didn't think that you would now try and stop this from happening. You still just went ahead with it. Still went ahead with it. Didn't try to stop yourself. Like he said, he was different. He was just withdrawn. When you your type of personality that's withdrawn. Acting like, that's what I'm saying, acting like he was just this poor thing. Everything's done to him. Like in court, sitting there, like I said in the other video, sitting there like some little boy lost. Oh, please help me, please. Please, just, forget about what I've done. I've just taken three to four people's lives, but you know that means nothing. Just, you know, I look so small and timid. Please help me. Wow, boy. And the fact that Shanaan wanted to go for counselling. She wanted to go. So what made it not happen? She seems like the kind of person that if that was pushed and put on the table, because obviously you can see she was a very busy person with her business and stuff like that. But if he really wanted to go, and she could see that, she would have gone for counselling, because you could see that she cared about her marriage. She wanted her marriage to work. You could see she loved the guy. She wanted it. So I believe that it didn't happen because of him. He'd already left the building, like I said, he'd already left. So she was up for saving her marriage. So I'm not sure, oh, she was treating me so bad. You know, she would say this, she would say that. I got treated so badly. But yet, you could see she wanted to save her marriage. She wanted her marriage. And he made out like she was, okay, fair enough. She might have been about, you know, outside, people seeing this wonderful whatever. But so was he. We're playing Mr. Nice Guy. You too. You too were shallow. If that's even what she was. You too were shallow. To play this Mr. Nice Guy. I'm just good guy. So what do you call that? What's that called? Keeping up appearances. You even wanted to do it in their death. And based on in his writings, the dad, obviously, you know, the grandchildren, he was, you know, he loved those grandchildren, you know, but yet he didn't say that about the mum. He said that the mum was more, like, to say the mum was more worried about him. So it sounded like the mum, Cindy, could take them or leave them, but it was more about him. Chris was the one. And you can tell anyway, based on what she was saying. She spoke about the girls and okay, she gave a little smile, but it was all about Chris. All about Chris. And the dad just seems to be nothing more than just a folly. His dad will follow behind the mum, no matter what. So guys, please guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you can. But put those thumbs up, please. But on this video, guys, thank you for coming to listen. But these were just some things that came from his writings, which is just more bullcrap. That's all it is. More bullcrap. Finding more excuses. I just don't, you know, just could go on forever with this guy. This case is just far from over. It's just going to keep, there's going to be more things coming out. But guys, I have another video to do. I am going to be looking at a bit of, they call her MK, but looking at, you know, NK, Nicole Kessinger, whatever. We're going to have a little look into her. I want to have a little analyze. I haven't looked that much into her, to be quite honest with you. I've looked at little bits, but I want to talk about her on the next video of the Watts family. I want to look at her. And I want to look at some of the stuff that's been spoken about in the prison. You know, there's not much. There's only a little bits and pieces. But I probably do those two together. But I want to look at Nicole. And I want to look at some of the, you know, the little, since he's been in prison, bits and pieces. And just give my opinion. But guys, it's so good for you to drop by. I'm still detoxing. But, yeah. So anyway, guys, I will be back with more videos. I've got like different videos to come, but like I said to them, it's not all true crime, but I do have some more videos to put forward. Yeah, and that's about it really. But guys, have a good day, and I will be happy for you to be on the next. What the hell am I talking about? Ignore me. Anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.